Effective time management techniques for business professionals. Introduction. If you're a business professional, your job is to bring value to your organization. That means you've got to work hard and be as productive as possible. But all too often, we get caught up in the day-to-day responsibilities of running a company that we forget about setting goals or planning for the long term. And this is where time management comes into play. By prioritizing what's truly important to us and making sure we're doing those things well before taking on other projects or tasks, we can ensure our businesses are successful, and ultimately that each of us is happy with how we spend our days. Time management is a skill that every business professional needs. Time management is a skill that every business professional needs. If you are not managing your time effectively, it can lead to stress, burnout, and even make it difficult for you to reach your goals. Time management isn't just about getting things done. It's also about learning how to use your time effectively so that you can work smarter rather than harder. Here are some tips on how to improve your own personal time management skills. Create a realistic schedule with deadlines in mind. Prioritize tasks based on their importance and urgency. Use naps or breaks as rewards for completing tasks. In order to work smarter and not harder, you need to learn how to use your time effectively. Time is a limited resource, and we all have the same amount of it. Time management is about maximizing productivity by making sure you're spending your time in an effective way. Time management is about setting goals and priorities so that you can work smarter instead of harder, or possibly both. It's also about being more efficient with how you use your time by eliminating unnecessary tasks and activities from your daily routine, which will leave more room for what really matters to you and the business at large. The bottom line here is this. If you want to be successful at managing your time effectively, then it's important that you develop good habits early on. It's important to balance the demands of life with your work, so that you can be more productive at both. It's important to balance the demands of life with your work, so that you can be more productive at both. You can't be successful in business if you're not successful in life. If you find yourself struggling with time management and feeling overwhelmed by all the tasks on your plate, then this article is for you. We'll discuss some effective techniques for managing your schedule and taking control over how much time it takes for each task or project before moving on to another one. As someone who works from home full-time as well as being a mom of 2 young kids, ages 6 and 8, I know firsthand just how difficult it can be sometimes balancing everything without getting burned out by any part of it. Here are some tips for managing your time more efficiently and living a more balanced life as well. Time management is a skill that every business professional needs. It's not just about being organized, but it's also about setting goals and priorities that will help you achieve what matters most to you. Your time is limited, so why waste it on things that don't matter? Here are some tips for managing your time more efficiently and living a more balanced life as well. Set goals. What do you want out of life? Do you have any long-term objectives? Are there any short-term goals that need attention before they can be achieved? If not, now would be an excellent time to sit down with pen and paper, or your phone, and write down all of these things. Prioritize tasks, projects. Once we have our list of goals written down in front of us, we can then go through them one by one until everything has been prioritized according to importance or urgency, or both. The trick here is figuring out where each task fits within this framework so nothing gets left behind or forgotten about entirely. Time management isn't just about being organized, it's also about setting goals and priorities that will help you achieve what matters most to you. Time management isn't just about being organized, it's also about setting goals and priorities that will help you achieve what matters most to you. If you don't know where to start, look at what's urgent and important, then decide which one of those has more value for the company, clients, or customers. Once you've done that, make sure everyone on your team knows their responsibilities toward those priorities and deadlines so they can work together effectively with minimal conflict or miscommunication. Prioritize tasks based on importance versus urgency. Urgent tasks are ones that need immediate attention. Important ones are those that add value in some way. Emailing customers after they've made a purchase. When possible, delegate lower priority tasks so that only high priority items remain on your list, and then get them done as quickly as possible. Time management is an essential skill for every business professional. It's important to be able to manage your time effectively so that you can get things done in a timely manner, but also live a more balanced life. The tips we've covered here are just some of the many ways you can make sure your work schedule doesn't take over every aspect of your existence, which means less stress, more productivity, and better relationships with those around them.